Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. And today we have on Severin Furtek, who got top 8 at the St. Austell Regional, playing none other than SALAMANGREAT. Now this list is pre-ban list, however we do have commentary on changes that would be made post-ban list, as well as a very nice tech in the side deck. So without further ado, let's bring on Sev. Hey.
Hello, how you doing? You right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good.
So I guess I want to mostly talk about, variation compared to normal lists, or compared to the average list. So I mean, I guess it's probably pretty standard now, but Crusadia Reclusia as the extender.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best extender, mainly due to the presence of Morphage Goliath and Sloth in the meta. I got Slothed and Goliathed like 3 or 4 times throughout the event in 6 rounds, and I had Reclusia twice for it, so which is pretty good. So I managed to out that board.
That's pretty cool. And for the hand trap lineup, obviously Ash, Thanos, and Vela, and then you put in a double Ghost Ogre as well.
So yeah, I was sitting at about 38 cards, and like 9 hand traps is usually, Phantasme is kind of a hand trap, but it's mainly used to draw into more hand traps, of course. But I thought Ogre would be good in this meta due to Thunder, ogring the Saryuja, ogring the Electrum, because Pendulum's a really difficult matchup for this deck if they open decently, especially if they're playing the new Guard Dragon Pendulums where they summon Goliath from deck. So being able to ogre the Electrum really helps, and also, of course, the obvious Sky Striker multi-roll. That's really another good target.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like it's very good against your worst matchups, basically, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm honestly thinking of bumping up to 3 because of Endymion coming into the meta this weekend for obviously the Gillingham Regional, or Gillingham.
Okay.
I'm probably going to play at 3 this weekend.
Yeah, that sounds good. I imagine this profile will be coming up a little bit after though, because
don't want to reveal
something we're going to find out soon. Sure. And then rest of the list, I mean, fairly standard. You got the Super Poly in the main. Do you feel like it's necessary to main this at the moment?
Yeah, I decided to main it because Thunder's a really difficult matchup, and obviously I know it's a bit of a sacky one-off, but I was playing the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon in the extra deck.
Yeah.
As well as the Violet Chimera for the mirror match. I played 2 mirrors throughout the day. Did I draw Super Poly? I can't remember if I drew Super Poly or not, but I won both of them 2-0. So.
Oh, nice. Well, easy.
But I mean, yeah, it's literally a blowout card in the mirror. If you go first, if you draw it, I mean, you just set it, and as soon as they get to Baelink's Stalio, you just activate Super Poly and fuse their whole board off. It's pretty good. So they just lose all their advantage. They don't get to the trap or anything like that, and you just kill them next turn. It's really easy. Unless they hard drew their own fusion, and in that case you lose. But
it's so good at that point, especially because they've already used the Gazelle, they've already used the normal summon.
Yeah.
So what?
It's pretty strong.
They have nothing to do. Yeah.
I mean, especially if you open half decent, you'll have Roar as well. So they've tried to fusion, use Chain Roar in the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's strong. So with 2 Super Poly now being available after the next ban list, are you going to play 2 in the main, or do you think it'll be a bit different?
I think I probably will play 2 in the main, but I really dislike the fact that Super Poly went to 2 because it's such a sacky card. It's sort of there's nothing to do, there's no way you can counter it in terms of skill. There's no way to play around it. It's sort of, did my opponent draw it? Okay, cool, they drew it, I lose. I really hate it. I think it should just go back to being banned. I really hate it, but I think it's too strong of a card not to play, even as a one-off.
Yeah, I think you can also you can appreciate that they want people playing the new deck.
Yeah, that's true.
So they probably want it to be around. And also, given that debug is going, what's your plan to replace it?
3 Signet mining. I've tested Flame Buffalo quite a bit previous to playing this list, and I really disliked it. Because I just didn't draw good stuff off of it. I ended up drawing the Scythe quite a lot.
Yeah.
Even with Sanctum, I drew Sanctum Scythe off of it once. Debug, I think, was a real consistency hit going to 1. I think they did it partially because to slap the deck on the wrist. I think this ban list did a lot of slapping on the wrist, and also to push Sales of Signet Mining because it's kind of going to have to be mandatory. Style SALAMANGREAT deck now, which is a shame because I don't really want to have to splash a lot of money on it, but I might have to.
I know, but it's
sad.
They're in the business of making money, and if they can sell products by pushing one secret rare, that's kind of what they do, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, so going on to the extra, I think next. I want to save the spice until the end. So,
yeah, sure.
Extra, I mean, there's nothing phenomenally unusual. I mean, you mentioned the Starving Venom in here, and you've got Tornado, I guess, is the sort of
So I was toying between Tornado and Baguska. Baguska is really good in the mirror, and also versus Orcust, but I think Dweller's just as good in the mirror, and the Orcust matchup is, I mean, I have other good sides, like the Spice, and Kaijus and Hank Tops for going second, so I don't really need that. And I figured neither the Baguska or Dweller have any impact versus Sky Striker, because they'll just Widow Anchor it, and against Striker, Dweller doesn't really do much. Like, they don't really have... The only thing it stops is Ray, but if they're going second, then they're just going to steal your guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So they're not really going to trigger Ray affecting Grave that turn. So I decided to play the Tornado Dragon just because I can pop the multi-roll or pop like a set card if they're going to multi-roll that. It just sort of gives me a lot more options going against Sky Striker. It makes the going first a lot better.
Yeah. Also, it's, I guess, as you mentioned, Endymion coming into the meta. It's a better option to have against their boards.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily better than Baguska
against their boards, because obviously they're not really using extra that much. They're mainly just pendulum summoning a bunch of Jackals and the Endymion, like the big guy. So actually, Baguska might be decent for this weekend.
Okay.
So,
is that a consideration? Are you thinking about putting in Baguska instead?
Yeah, I think because I expected a lot of Sky Striker at the event. There was quite a lot actually, but I managed to dodge all of it, which is good because I really dislike the matchup. I don't enjoy it at all. I quite enjoy the mirror though, but Tornado just makes the Striker matchup easier. So, but I think with Endymion coming into the meta, I'll have to test a bit with that and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, so given that this is the last weekend when Kangari is at 3, you may have to be prepared for Striker as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be prepping my side deck for Striker and Endymion this weekend. I think that'll be the main concerns because, I don't know, I don't like Pendulum decks, full stop. I just dislike the Pendulum mechanic because I think it's a bit broken. But and Striker's just not fun to play against because Widow Anchor's a card. They Widow Anchor your normal summon, you don't play that turn.
Hey, Manhunt's out soon.
Oh no, don't even talk about Manhunt, man.
That will make games fun and interactive.
Yeah, main decking Red Reboot, by the way.
All right, let's move on to the side deck then. So the Kaiju for a start. We don't often see Kaiju in the side for Salamangreat.
So the reason you play, first of all, the reason for playing Gamseel over any other Kaiju is because it's 2200 attack, so you can Kaiju your opponent and then beat over it with Helio.
Yeah.
So it's the only Kaiju that has less than 2300, so it's the obvious choice. Well, not obvious, but the more obvious choice in terms of just pure attack.
Yeah.
The reason for playing Kaiju is because Orcust is a deck, and against Sky Striker, you just Kaiju their Link Monster, it doesn't trigger Ray, and then you can just go straight for game with Gazelle Spinny. Just opening that will give you the 8700 attack, I think it is 87, the hit with Fusion of Fire into a Kaiju.
Yeah.
So any monster, make it 0 and hit for 87, I think is the combo, but just with the Gazelle Spinny. So it makes it really easy. And also just even against like Guard Dragon and stuff, I mean, if they have their own Kaiju, you can summon Gamseel to your side of the field and use their waterfront tokens, which did actually happen.
Well, that sounds like fun.
So it's just a good Gamseel's, I think it's just all around the best Kaiju to play in the side deck for Salamangreat.
Nice, yeah. And you got the Parry for time, and
of course
then
didn't use it once though because I didn't really go into time.
Didn't need it. I mean, it's a nice option to have if that ever comes up.
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely. I mean, it's literally normal summon Gazelle gives you power, so you have so many ways to facilitate the combo.
Yeah. And then the thing that we're really here for.
Yes, of course.
The Fire Prison.
Indeed, good card. So before I talk about this card, I just want to shout out to Alex Robertson for telling me about this card because it's absolutely nuts versus most decks in the meta currently. So the reason for playing it is because if you go first into Striker, Salamangreat, Danger Orcust, Crusadia even, they can't make their Link ones.
Yeah.
And that's pretty strong. And generally what you'll do is you'll end with Sunlight Wolf, Balinx and Mirage Stallion on the underneath the other Link zone. And against Sky Striker, they can't even Widow Anchor your guys or attack your guys, so you're completely safe until next turn. Obviously, you have to activate 5% over your current field spell, which doesn't really matter because you can just add it back with Wolf next turn.
Yeah.
So the play of the second turn, on turn 3 technically, is to link off Wolf and Balinx into a second Wolf, add back the normal field spell, add back the Sanctuary, activate the Sanctuary, and then you can play from there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's really cool.
You can detach. You'll have Gazelle back in hand, so you'll detach, summon Falco, trigger Gazelle, summon Gazelle, send the Fusion spell, Fusion of Fire, and then just do the usual OTK with Helio, making their guy 0.
That's pretty
It's
nice.
very, very strong, I have to say. I actually didn't get to use it at all, which is such a shame. It's
Oh, really?
such a good card. But my brother was also playing it in his list. He was main decking it though.
Yeah.
He thought it'd be quite strong, and it came up for him twice, and he activated it, and he just won the game both times.
Have you thought about main decking it then?
Honestly, no, because I feel that if you go second, it doesn't really do much for you. It's sort of just another brick in your hand when you could be opening like more hand traps, extenders, combo pieces, super poly. But I think in the side deck, when you know you're going first, it's a really good card, definitely.
Nice, very cool. Okay, so rest of the side deck is just the red reboots and evenly matched. Do you have any special thoughts about these cards?
Reboot, yeah, I think it's just, again, Guru is a problem for this deck because they book your normal summon and you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh that turn.
Yeah.
Obviously, even if you draw a Clue, they have no link zones generally.
And some of the main summoning, summon limit?
Yeah, summon limit, there can be only 1, 2 cards that completely lock this deck out. Even if you hard draw Foxy, you still can't play until the next turn, which is a problem. So just rebooting that. And also in the mirror, if they only have Rage, then you basically win. Oh, sorry, if they only have Raw. I always get these two mixed up. If they only have Raw, you reboot the Raw when they activate it, and then you just kill them that turn, because they have no other interaction generally, unless they drew a hand trap. And for evenly matched, I was first playing Twin Twister.
Yeah.
And I decided for the decks that I was playing Twin Twister against, because I don't like Twin Twister in the mirror, because you're neg-2ing to chain to bait the counter trap.
Yeah.
So the decks I was siding Twin Twister into, which would be Guru, Sky Striker, and I don't know, Altergeist, Draco, all the sort of helmet floodgate decks. I feel that evenly matched is just a better card overall, because you're wiping their whole board aside from 1 card rather than just 2 cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's much stronger.
Sure. Well, that's good reasoning. Although you do have to be wary in case they sided reboot for your evenly matched.
Oh, didn't happen. Luckily. I didn't really get to go second much. Well, no, I didn't really get to side evenly much, so I didn't play any of the decks that I was going to side it in against. I played against Combo mainly.
Yeah. Oh, one question I want to ask with regard to this stuff, but also actually the Fire Prison and just Salamangreat in general, is previously we've had a lot of people saying that it's optimal to go second in the mirror match when you have the choice.
I used to do that actually.
Yeah.
I used to make just people, because a lot of people at first they didn't expect it, so they decide to go second. You make them go first, and then they open all they go second cards and can't play, and you kill them.
Exactly.
But with Fire Prison, if you feel your matchup going first is stronger into them, you can just side Fire Prison. If you draw it, you basically win the mirror because they can't do anything that turn.
Okay, so you would take the option to just go first.
In the mirror, funnily enough, I 2-0'd both my mirror matches, so I would have sided it, but
you didn't have the chance
both times. So
has it come up in matches online? Have you been testing it out?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't test at all for this event. I
didn't need to.
Stuff to do. Nah, I should have tested more. I might have done a bit better, but.
Well, it sounds like you've got enough theory down that you don't actually need to do as much testing as
I didn't
the average
test
person.
online as much, so I mainly tested with my brother and just testing at locals.
Okay.
So, yes, that's
Get
all
to
the
learn the
testing
mirror
I
match
did.
pretty well then.
Oh no, I've played probably 100 to 150 mirror matches just with my brother, and most people at locals are playing it as well.
Oh, you're fine then.
Yeah, so I played the mirror quite a lot.
So how did your rounds on the day go then?
Actually, I have them just here. Let me find them quickly. So round 1, I played the Salamangreat mirror. I won 2-0. Round 2, I played against Blackwings. I won 2-0. Round 3, I played against Thunder Dragon Danger. I won 2-0. Round 4, I played the Salamangreat mirror. I won 2-0. Round 5, I played against Pendulum Magicians, and I lost 1-2. And then round 6, I lost against Crusadia Guard Dragon 1-2. I only won 1 dice roll throughout the day, which was against Blackwings. All my other dice rolls I lost.
You really needed it in the Blackwing matchup, didn't you?
I mean, Full Armor Master is a big problem. The only way you're outing it is with the fusion, and then you just have to keep on discarding Spinny the next turn to try to beat over the fusion. Oh no, sorry, the Full Armor Master. It just says unaffected. It's like, oh, my cards do nothing. This is fun.
It sounds like a pretty decent event. So many 2-0s in a row. I thought you were going to say it all the way.
No. Yeah, I was going really good, and then I made a really major misplay against the Pendulum Magician player in Game 3, Round 5. So I opened really, really well. I opened with Raw and Rage.
Yeah.
I drew Raw off of Foxy, so I was able to send the Rage. and he summoned the Time Gazer Magician, I believe it is, and I tried to pop his scales, and I never read Time Gazer Magician before, so I didn't know it had the effect to protect scales.
Yeah.
And I lost to that, sadly.
That's rough. There are always cards like that, right? There are always ones you don't know about until they come up.
I won't make that mistake again, hopefully. So.
Yeah, exactly. No, as long as you learn, and you still came out of the event with the top, that's what you want, right?
And the beautiful Thanos playmat, which is going to get framed.
You frame it?
Yeah, frame the mats, put them on my wall.
Worth it.
Of course.
Nice. So are there any other thoughts you have on how the deck might evolve in the future?
Yeah, so I think post Dark Neostorm, I think Twin Twisters might be mained for cards like Manhunt, just because it's such an annoying card to play against.
Yeah.
I also think Silent Mining will probably be a 3 of in most competitive decks. Maybe a 2 of, I don't know. But I think the hits debug really will change in terms of the build up of the deck, in terms of, I guess in some ways I don't know if people would have played Mining if debug was still at 3. But
I think that's something they had to avoid, isn't it? Because they didn't want people to have 6 generic searches.
Yeah, I think that would have been quite strong for the deck, but I don't know if people would have even played it, honestly, because debug is just, it gives you the Balinks as well, whether it's Mining is a neg 1, but it gives you Gazelle, so, but I mean, if you discard like a Spinny off of it, you don't use your normal summon, so...
Yeah. But then you still have to revive the Spinny with that effect.
Yeah, true. But no, if you go Mining, discard, Spinny, search Gazelle, you can trigger Gazelle off of a discard,
which
is quite
really
strong. So you can trigger Gazelle without your normal summon, so you open like Gazelle, Spinny, Mining, you can get to Foxy and get the extra card as well. I also think Droll and Lockbird might make its way back into the meta.
You think a lot of searching is going to happen before the Balinks comes out?
The Mining.
Yeah. No, I mean, because people will do their searching, so they trigger the Droll and then they can't search.
Yeah, I think because you won't be able to search with Droll, and that really hinders your turn 1 play. You have to make suboptimal plays to make the same board, which is not fun.
Well, I mean, at least it doesn't waste your normal summon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess it allows you to play a bit better into Sky Striker if you're triggering Gazelle off of the Mining discard.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, like, I don't know, if they Widow Anchor your Gazelle and then you normal summon another one, like, I guess you can't activate the effect. That's still annoying, but I mean, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh that turn, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that we'll see come into it. I know you have a long list of shoutouts, so do you want to get into that?
Sure. So first of all, I'd like to shout out my team designer. My brother was the only other person who attended the event with me because we were on holiday at the time. So,
okay.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to shout out my locals, RJ Cards and Supplies, and the Horsham Facebook group.
Yeah.
Also, Ross for lending me the Gam Seals. My brother Dan, obviously, for coming to the event with me. My friend Hamish, Alex Robertson for showing me Fire Prison. Andre Deluri, my friend Azim for lending me the Phantasmes, Anastasia, and Joe for beating me with Nordics.
What?
I got beaten by my friend. He was playing Nordics and he beat me, so I have to shout him out. Oh, and also Tom from Locals. If you just special shout out to Richard and Chris. Also, Richard gave me a lift back to the campsite. What lad, boys! And then obviously Chris Hemmings is just a lovely guy. Like overall, he was the head judge on the day, and they're both just nice people. Honestly, they just, I don't know, looked out for me throughout the day.
Cool. Well, thanks very much for coming on. Is there anything else you want to mention about the deck?
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your insights on your list. Congratulations on your top, and hopefully we'll see more of you in the future. Thanks for watching this episode of Top Deck. If you have any comments or suggestions that you would like to make, leave them in the comment section down below. Check out the description for details of how you can get involved in this series. You can enter by voice interview, or instead you could just send all of your information over Facebook Messenger. Anything like that will be absolutely fine. If you want to see anything in particular from the upcoming series, then be sure to get in touch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.